Alright, today we're visiting Germany. Got a nice old one, huh? Look at the design and everything of it. Whew. So many tiny little details, little lines. Can you imagine making the plate of that? Because back then they made the plates. And to have all the little curves and everything to show up, but yet still have the white in the background. It's kind of cool. So I think that might be a rare one, as well as some of these here. Look at them. This looks like it was stamped on a postcard. You know, and some of these older ones like this, where the cancellation is so different. These are both pinks, one just different, and they're both 5s. Same fella, just a little different. Unreal. See such old stuff. Look at that one. A 3. Then a 10. See, these I think I've considered the nice old ones. Nice rare ones. Okay, and this one here. Look at that, even on the paper. Very different. Along with this guy, boy, I tell ya, he's on a lot more than I thought he was. Here's a 3 in brown. 25. Now look at this, had to go through double printing. One for the red, and kind of yellowish paper. A little different than the normal papers. And then one for the black and white. See the difference in the paper? It's kind of really like on yellow paper. Very different. Okay, and we have a 20 here. See the difference in the color? And then on a 5. And on a blue. Oh, look at this one. Very different. The stars cover up the amount. And they turned it into a 25. I think you can kind of see it might have been a 30 underneath there. Isn't that neat how they had it so it can stamp and actually cover up the corners? That's what I think makes this stamp very unique. Maybe it was a 60. Why doesn't it look like it was? Yeah, it looks like it was 30s. And to have a stamp that just covers the numbers and turns it into a 25 like that. Cool. That's what makes this one different. And here's another German one. 3 plus 7. And we come down to these here. We have a 2. And another 2. And a 3. That's a nice one. Look how designed that is. The style is elegant. Beautiful. This is all a work of art, you know. It's not just a stamp. And of course you gotta have this one. 1452 to 1952. Look at this one. 18 plus 12. That is really different. All the design around the portrait looks like it just wants to fly away. Very nice. And we have this one here. 1948. If you can look beyond the cancellation mark, take a good look at the pictures. There's a lot to see there. The horse and everything. And look at this. Just an extra little piece that was in there. And we have a 4 here. A5, which you see a lot of these. The ship, look at that. Kind of cute. .40 airplane. And then the one again that I showed you at the very beginning. So, between that one, I don't know, I like the yellow of this paper here. So I think that's rather interesting for it to be yellow. Printed on yellow paper. But I think the most interesting one to the viewers will be the cancellation of this one. Very different. You know, to have the stars exactly where you need them to be. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed my bringing these to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and by all means, share the video with others, okay? Let them see the beauty of the old stuff, the artwork, the designs, double printing. Alright, bye-bye now. Alright, here we have some Cuba stamps. Look at this one, it's CVBA instead of the U. 1492 to 1942. That's an interesting one. I would consider that one to be a rare one. But look at this one too. Stamped 1942 right on it. Isn't that an interesting one? Wow. Very different. Alright, let's show you what else we have. Might find a few more rare ones in here. Okay. So they had a love for the planes. Flying, there's a 10 cents. Blue. A 5 cents in green. Another 5 cents in purple. A 20 cents in brown by Cuba. Cuban cigars. A 10 cents. This one's really looking different. Okay, then this one's kind of like just stamped on a postcard. Can't quite see the year. 19 something. Looks like 1919. 1 cent. Look at that with the flags on the side and everything. Serious fella. Okay, and row 2 is this here. the one I showed you at the beginning. Then we have an 8 cents. A 10 cents in green. 1939. And of course the tobacco one, 1946. And get down here to a 2 cents. Look at that. And of course the 1/2 Victoria one. And we have a 5 cents. Beautiful, a little bit different plain on there. Isn't that something? Got a different plain. And you have a 5 cents, 1833 to 1933. Of course, the one we brought you at the very beginning, 1 cent, 1942. It's just beautiful. Okay, and these two ones are together, so we're going to keep them together. Whenever you find them together, leave them together. They're more valuable if they're grouped right up. And look at this one. The 1 cent. Time to smoke a cigar. Here we have a 10 cents. And right here we have a 5 cents. Really different, isn't it? And here we have a 12 cents. Okay, so the most interesting are really these two. Really like this one. Because this one's a little older though. Cool, so many to see. Oh, I don't know which one's my favorite. If the corner was on this one, it'd be this one for sure. Only because Cuba is spelt with a V instead of a U. I love the ships and everything. So that's kind of neat in itself. But other than that, this one right here is my favorite because it's all intact. It's good. So I hope you've enjoyed my bringing this to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and I'll bring you some more good old stamps. Old and rare. Alright, share with others now. Bye-bye. Okay, today we're bringing you some of the old and rare documents, and then we have a few more extra to show you. So first we start with this document. Stock transfer, $1. Beautiful green. And then in a 2, in red, stock transfer. And then a 4 in brown. Very nice. Aren't they nice? All in good condition. Of course they're used. Okay, then we have these 2 2s. They just seem a little bit different. Not only because one is lighter than the other, but they just something about them. These are some good old rare ones. As you can see, they have the US on the top and the corners. Check all the corners out. That's what makes them rare. $19.23. Okay, and then we have a couple more stock transfer. A 40 and a 50. Alright, now just for fun, we have a few extra right here. Custom service, United States. Just some more stamps, different kind. And this tiny little one here. Just a tiny little thing. It's got a whole saying in the back. This coupon is the property of the Surety Coupon Company, Incorporate, not transferable except as provided in notice in Coupon Collector's Book. How do you like that, huh? Tiny, tiny little thing. And that's a 3. And then this here, of course, is a stamp from a deck of cards. Look at that. Isn't that something? It's so funny to see one in good condition like this. I think that'd be rare. Nobody kept those, except for this one. Isn't that something? How many of these do you see around? Alright. I hope you've enjoyed my bringing you this video. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and share this video with others who enjoy collecting stamps and other stamps. Alright. Bye-bye now. Okay, today in the old postage stamps, we're going to visit Venezuela. Alright, this one's yellow. You don't usually see too many of the old stamps in yellow. So this is very different to see this one in yellow. Alright, let me show you what we have. We have 3 of these all attached together. Beautiful pink. And it says 1947 on it. And when you find some that are together, it's always best to keep them together. They're more valuable that way. Look at that ship. Pretty neat, huh? Alright, now let's get down to some of the smaller ones here. There's a 25. Pretty much the same fella here. He's in a 20. Then look at this. Look at the architect of the building. Wow. That is really something. And the second amazing thing, on top of seeing how beautiful the architectural structure is the fact that somebody actually made it in a plate so they can make the stamp. That is unreal. What beauty. Takes a lot, you know. It's just a stamp, but there's a lot behind it. A lot of history and a lot of beauty. It's definitely artwork. That is nice. Alright, and we have a 25 here. Now this one's really different. Like the extra design around the portrait. Kind of fancy it up. Okay, this one's a little simple. Alright, this one here. Bars on the window, huh? And the one we brought to you at the very beginning, which is yellow. Very different to see it in yellow. Oh, look at this one. Wow, it's the same ship as the pink ones up there that are 10. And they're both from 47. But you have it in pink and you got it in blue here. It's funny how the difference in the color makes a difference in how you see it. Get more details in the deeper colors. Alright. And we have this one here. 820. 1956. And this one here. 1948. 1498 to 1948. A lot to see. See the ship in the water. Okay, then we got this one here. And the last one here. Pretty simple. Alright, well, I hope you've enjoyed viewing them all. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and we'll bring you some more. And be sure to share. Bye-bye now. Alright, I believe we got a couple of rare ones here. Some good old ones. Look at this one. Beautiful. Isn't that an interesting stamp? Wow. I find this one very, very interesting. Nice. Alright, let me show you a few more that we have. I believe this one might be considered rare. And we got these here. There's a 1 in purple. And we have a 1 in blue. And look at this one too. I believe this might be a rare one also. I can hear all the squirrels outside. Yeah, this is very interesting. Look at that. Love the looks of this one. Very different. Believe it's a rare one. Okay, then we have a 1 here. And we have a 4-pack here. Now when you get them like this and everything, keep them together, okay? Because they're more valuable if they're in groups. And then we have this other one that's all was on a cardboard, so I just kept them that way. You have the 2. You have the $1. And you have the 10. Alright. Then we have a 5 here. We've got a few 5s. This really looked interesting. And we have this little tiny 5. And this 5. Very interesting. This one I haven't seen either. Look at the cancellation on it. Ain't that something different? Very nice. And then we have another little 5. And we go down to a couple of big ones here. 20. A 40. And this one here I thought was rather interesting. Nice. Very nicely designed. Okay, and then we have a 10 here. This one looks old. It's a 10 plus 10. cents. Nice stamp. Very pretty stamp. Quite the stylish one. It's got a lot in it. It's got the dam, the sun coming up from the city, and the little boy watching it all. Very different. Alright, but you know which one I like out of them all? This one right here. That's the special one of this video. Alright, hope you've enjoyed my bringing it to you. Stay tuned for more. And by all means, share it with other stamp collectors or dealers. Let them see this beautiful stamp. Okay? Bye-bye now. Alright, here we have some very different, unique looking Magyar stamps. And this one really looks like a rare one. Just a little piece missing. It says 2/8. Even though it was like a 5. Very different. Alright, let me show you what else we have. Okay, here we have this one here. Now these are the ones that you used to just cut right out. Or they were cut off probably from an envelope. I'm not sure. We have it here in blue, and we have it here in orange. And we have some on some very unique looking paper. This one's on a blue. Very different. And look at this one. Kind of like a olive and white speckled paper. Isn't that strange? Very, very different. It's a regular stamp, as you can see the preparation around the sides. So it was deliberately done on this kind of paper. As this one's kind of like an orange type looking. That's on its original paper, kind of pinkish, orange pinkish, maybe off-white, really deep off-white. Very different color paper, I'll tell you that. So these three are really off on different papers. Okay, now we have two of these. They're both ones. If you notice, a little more red on one than the other. So they're a little bit different too. And here we have another one that's on a different shaded paper. And we have a 10. Another 10 right there. That's a beautiful one. Then a 16. And this one here, a 10F. Very nice looking, isn't it? And then a 3. Another 10 right here. Very different looking, isn't it? And we got a 120. A 40. Very nice. Look at that. Very different looking one. Nice. A 10. Wow, look at that. A 15 rather. Wow. Never seen this one before. And we have a few that are like cut out, probably of the paper, an envelope. You know, those pre-stamped envelopes. We have a 5. We have a 2. Another 2, kind of like those red ones. And then down here we have this one here, just a 2. And then the one we brought you at the very beginning, a 5. Alright, so maybe this one here might be a very interesting, even though he's a 40. And that's rather interesting. And then, oh my, all these that are different colors. There's quite a few really interesting ones to choose from. So, maybe this one's the favorite out of them all. Alright, hope you've enjoyed my bringing it to you. Bye-bye now. Alright, today we're visiting Brazil. Look at this. It's stamped by the post office, 1912. Pan-Americano. Brazil stamp. Isn't that an interesting one, huh? Brazil with a Z. If you notice, a few of them are S's and a few of them are Z's. So, depends when they came, when they happen. 2 different ways of spelling it. Isn't this an interesting stamp? Love it. 1912. Alright, let me show you some more super old ones. Look at this. This is Brazil with an S. 5,000, not sure. But that's considered rare. You know that 1912 is rare. This is a rare one. Look at that. Then the Brazil with a Z. This, I believe, is another rare one. Very unique. And here we have Brazil with a Z again. 300. I believe this is a rare one. So there are a few rare ones out of this group. Okay, then we have this one. Look at that. Brazil with an S. Then another one that I consider to be rare is a Brazil with a Z. Pretty neat, huh? Okay, and then this Brazil you see quite often. So I wouldn't consider that one rare. See it pretty often. And we come down to this one here. 1807 to 1957. The ship. Brazil with an S. You pretty well know which ones are the old ones, the ones with the Z. A nice ship. Okay, that's another older one. 1737 to 1889. Washington. Look at that. Brazil with an S. So Washington was on Brazil's postage stamps. And of course this is a 1939 stamp. Alright, and down here we have Brazil with an S. A unique looking one, isn't it? A little bit different. 1853 to 1953. And the one I found just beautiful with Brazil with a Z. That was dated 1912. Very unique looking, isn't it? Kind of like that one. I don't know why. Alright, then we have another one here. 1957. Playing the sport of basketball. And we have another one here with the ship. Alright, so how's that for some of the good old ones, huh? Some rare, some old, just some good Brazil postage stamps. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed my bringing them to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and by all means pass the video along to other stamp collectors or dealers. Sometimes people have pieces missing to their collection. If I have them, let me know. Alrighty, bye-bye now. Alright, today we have a whole bunch of Magyar stamps to show you, starting with the first one. Look at that, kind of light on the inside picture. Had to go through a second printing, I think. Well, maybe not, because it's both blue. Unless they had the dark blue for the outside and the light blue for the inside. Here's another one with the red. And again, a little bit different. Another one. And it's the inside picture. Just seemed a little different. And here we have a 2 in brown. And a 3. And a 5. And we have a 10. See, brown on the outside, kind of purple on the inside. A 15. A 75. Look at the difference. A lot of them have the same picture on the inside. Just different amounts and different colors. 25. A 30. A 40. And we go down to the next one. And we have 2 different 40s, but see how they're different. Well, and the pictures are pretty much the same, but it's just in the difference in the blue. This one has a lighter blue. And this one. And a 50. Another 50, this one's in blue. Another 50. Kind of in a purplish. Another 50 in the orange. And we go down here for the 60. blue inside. This 60 brown. See the little bit of difference there. The deepness of the color. And we have a 70. An 80. A 95. .50. Now I got these great big numbers. 2,000. 1,000. 500. And the 100. Look at that one. Alright. Hope you've enjoyed my bringing these to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and we'll bring you some more of whatever we find. Alright. Bye-bye now. It's an interesting one, isn't it? Alright, today we're visiting the Philippines. This is when it was Filipinas. Look at these. I'm keeping them in their case. They got little plastic casings that they're in, only because we want to keep them super special, because they are special. These are unused ones here. I have this one here, and this one here. A 30 and a 60. Very nice. And of course these unused ones here from John F. Kennedy. 6S, a 10S, and a 30S. These are also very, very, very special. Okay, and then of course we have the Red Cross ones from the Filipinas. 6S, 5S, a 20S. Those are 1963. As these are up to 1963, these ones here did not have the date, I don't believe. Did not see them. Then the other nice one we have, unused, all kept reserved, is this one right here. Two beautiful ladies, 10S. Okay, and I have a couple of those. So these are all the special ones that have all been preserved very nicely, unused. Now let me show you what else we have here. We also have a 20 special delivery. Two of these together, the dollar ones. You get them together, keep them together. They're more valuable that way. And then this one here, 2 cents. Very nice. Nice to see the coins like that too. Okay, here we have a 4 cents. A 2 cents. Love the extra design around the portrait. Very pretty. A 50 cents. I've seen this one, but never as a 50. Okay, then we have another one that's been encased very nicely to preserve. Unused. And that's 4. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Very nice. And we have these 10 cents, 1861 to 1961. Mother, father, and son. And this one here, 5S. And then this one, 1949 to 1974. Very nice. Okay, now you know these here are my more interesting ones that I found just beautiful. Alright, hope you've enjoyed my bringing them to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and we'll bring you some more interesting stamps from all over the place. We've got plenty. So stay tuned, be sure to join me as a friend and share the videos. Let others see these beautiful stamps. Alright, bye-bye now. Okay, today we're visiting Libria and Liban. Look at this, isn't this pretty? What an elegant looking. (1847) to 1860 to 1947. Look at that. It's beautiful. You have it in 12 cents in green and 25 cents in a pink. Isn't that something? Alright, let me show you what else we have. The little Liban grapes. And look at this one. Libria for Joseph Roberts. Then we go into some of the Liban ones. And these two that are together. Separate but on the same card. Have it in blue, and you have it in brown. One is 30 and one is 40. Then we have some very special ones here. Look at this. 1839 to 1939. 3 cents. Look at that, all getting off the ship and climbing the rocks there. And look at them too, looking down at them. The men on both sides. Beautiful stamp, in good condition. Used, but good. No corner problems. And we have a 5 cent one. Again, 1839 to 1939. 5 cents. Look at all that. And all the flags, work in the fields. A lot in the background to check out. Again, the stamp's in excellent condition. Used, but good condition. And then we have this one here at 10 cents. Again, used, but in excellent condition. I think out of them all, I think this one's the most interesting one. So this is my winner of this video. Hope you've enjoyed my bringing it to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and as always, share the video with other stamp collectors. Let them see what I got here. Okay? Never know when someone's got a piece missing to their collection. Alright. Bye-bye now. Alright, here we have just a few of the Finland stamps. These are rather interesting looking, aren't they? Very different. Alright, and they're all together here. All three of them on this paper. It's part of packaging. Okay, then we have this one here. I can get it in there straight. Look at that. That one's interesting, isn't it? Just having a conversation. Wonder why that ended up on a stamp. Do you ever look at some and wonder, wow, wonder what the history behind that is? And that's what that one's got. It has history. Just gotta figure out what it is. Cool though. Alright. And we got the old bus. Wow. Ain't that cool, huh? I like looking at the antique vehicles. They're kind of cool. Check out the grill. Check the shape. Things have changed a lot. And we have this one. A 10M. And this one here. Like a lighthouse. There's a ship over there on the left-hand side. Alright, this one's rather 1917 to 1967. A unique, regular kind of stamp and everything. But the point was that it had its own post office stamp, 1967 on it. Okay, then we have a 5 in yellow. Always interesting to see them in yellow because yellow wasn't used that much in the old days. Okay, then this blue and white one. Alright, so I found those very interesting. But this one here really is different. So I think this is the one I like the most out of this video. Alright, hope you've enjoyed my bringing them to you. Just a little different, not too many of them. But I got to see a few stamps I've never seen before. Alright, be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and as always, share.